everybody, welcome all YouTubers, preppers, and survivalists. Little Miss Prepper here with All American, and today is my birthday. And so I'm actually made up a little thing for me to do a regular video before, but since today is my birthday, I will just go ahead and do it now. And so what I thought of is steps for beginner to begin prepping for people who have not done it yet. And so I thought of different things to just start someone off to become a prepper or even a survivalist, like All American always says. And the first one is to get a good knife. You can even get just a simple pocket knife.
That's a K-bar.
Yeah.
It's a good brand.
Or even a fixed blade knife.
Which would be better.
And then also learn how to use that knife as well. Because, I mean, it's not good to have a knife and not know how to use it. Although, like All American always says, everybody, I mean, you cut your steak or your meat or whatever like that with a knife, so you know how to use that part. And then the step 2 is getting a pellet gun. And also with getting a pellet gun, you also want to get pellets. It goes hand in hand right there. And then also with that, practice with that as well, so that then you would be able to do get small game with that as well. And then step 3 is get canned food. And then also step 4, you could get a rifle with ammo as well, like a 22 rifle. And then maybe after that, you can get a small 22 handgun. And then with all that as well, you can still get ammo with that. And then as you're still getting, hey, yes, happy birthday to us. Why are you on here? Why aren't you
It's his birthday. Leave him alone.
Oh, okay. That's
happy
cool
birthday, Ashton.
Yes. So also with all these steps, when you're down to step 4, you can still do step 2 and 3 as you're doing this as well. And then step 5 I have is, a lot of people don't think of this, but medical supplies. Not just tourniquet, but simple medical supplies as in Band-Aids, that liquid Band-Aid as well, Neosporin, because if you're just doing little household things or even just clearing the yard out or whatever, you get a cut. You need to treat this little Band-Aid, this little cut, so it won't get infected. And because also if you let things go, it can get infected and then you have a worse thing down the road. So little things like that, Band-Aids, or in even splints, little finger splints, little things like that, you can just slowly add up and get it, like maybe even a medical bucket, and put all your stuff in there and even label that bucket like medical bucket. And then I have step 6, pellets, food, ammo, and medical. Just keep on slowly gathering your stuff. So the newbie preppers or survivalists can just start gathering all their things. And then also seeds. So you can have a garden. And also don't just collect seeds right now. You need to be able to know how to garden so that when something does happen, you already know how to do it. You know what works for your yard, and you know what soil is good, what mixture of this and that, and then also you know what you like to eat out of your own garden. And then, so these are the steps I have gotten for beginners, survivalists or preppers. I'll go over step 1, get a good knife. Step 2, get a good pellet gun with also pellets.
And some of those pellet guns, if you get the right one, they're stronger than a 22 rifle. So you could use that for self-defense if that's all you have. Me, I could put someone down with it, but I'm very good. I'm a very good aim under stress.
Yeah. And then step 3 is also get canned food, different kinds, whatever you actually like to eat. Don't just get food that you don't care for just to stock up on food. Get stuff that you actually will eat. And also rotate your stock. Like if it's something that you actually eat on a regular basis, when you go to the store, instead of just buying one, when you eat one, buy 2. So that you always are stocking up on your food and then you're using it as well. So it won't go way out of date or whatever like that. And then step 4, getting a 22 rifle, and then maybe later on getting a 22 handgun even. And then also with even the pellet gun and the rifle, ammo. Because the pellet gun or even the 22, it's not going to work if you don't have the pellets or the ammo to go in it. You can use it maybe for a weapon to hit somebody upside the head with, but I mean, that's about it.
Hit them with the butt of it.
Yeah. And then step 5, medical supplies, Band-Aids, Neosporin, that new skin. I remember my dad, when he was on the job site, he didn't have that kind of stuff. So he used super glue and duct tape.
Yeah, I use Gorilla Tape. I'll just tape it up and
Yeah.
come home and let her deal with it.
And also with him, I found out butterfly Band-Aids work great. New skin and butterfly Band-Aids, you just put the new skin on it, and then the butterfly Band-Aid, close it shut so it stays closed. That works great.
And she's had a lot of practice on me because I'm always getting cut.
Yeah. And then also I have step 6, always replenish your pellets, food, ammo, and medical supplies. And then step 7, your seeds. Those are just 7 little steps I have to help a new beginner of prepper / survivalist to get them started.
The great thing about that pellet gun is it's nice and quiet. So when you shoot something, everybody around don't know, hey, that person just shot something. It's quiet. And it doesn't scare all the other wildlife away. In a grid down situation, while you're on guard duty, guarding your preps and everything you have, just sit in a tree or sit in a yard, just sit still. And anything that moves, all North American birds are edible. Any squirrel, bird, anything that moves, you shoot it. You clean it. That'll extend your preps. Or if you don't have any preps, that will keep you alive. It's a calories in, calories out game. That's why sitting still hunting and setting snares, you're not burning no calories. That's the way to go.
And then also with that as well, like we've mentioned before, learn how to forage in your area. So then it will also extend what you have, your preps as well. Or if you don't have any, you can, with what you just got with your pellet gun, then you have some vegetables as well. So you have a round balanced meal.
Foraging is the key, in my opinion. You can drop me off anywhere in the world and I can make it. And I'm just going to say it. I got the COVID. Oh, I shouldn't have said that word. I got the So I feel rough, man. And I'm just treating it naturally. And so I'm feeling rough. So she's running the show today. That's why you get married. So when one goes down, the other one can take care of the other one.
And thank you so much for the birthday wishes. Yep, I'm an adult, especially. Yeah, I look much younger sitting next to him.
She'll always be young to me. Yeah, she's just stuck at 30. I'm not letting her get any older than 30.
Yeah.
But if there's any questions, come at us with some questions. I love questions. I don't know everything, but I've been at this since I was 13, really. I got interested in survivalism after I seen that movie, The Ultimate Warrior, with Yul Brynner in it. It's amazing how some things will impact your life. I saw that movie, and I just knew that in my heart that that's the way things were going to end up. And the way things are looking, it's looking like we're already at a financial war with China and Russia. And this thing's going to end nuclear one way or another. You need to get your potassium iodine pills. You need to figure out where you're going to go during the fallout. If you take a direct hit, you're not going to feel anything. But the fallout is going to be brutal. That radiation poisoning is a terrible way to go. That's why, I do believe what the Bible says. And it says, if you live by the sword, you die by the sword. Lord, I hope so. I want to go out in combat, not laying on the bed whimpering. So there's that. But she's mainly running the show today because I feel like I've been hit by a truck.
And yeah, I see that you used to said you was 29. Yeah. Some people, I've talked to quite a few people, and they've also everybody has a different number that they say they are for quite a while. So far, I haven't gotten to that number yet.
30.
He has gotten to a number for me, but I have not gotten to a number yet. I've always been like a kid on my birthday. I want everybody to know it's my birthday. And so I even today, I got even a couple free goodies out in town today for my birthday. It was off because I like to get free stuff also. So
that's part of survival, It's free stuff. You don't have to pay for it. You want to be an opportunist. Take advantage of every chance you get. Like I said before, I'm amazed at how much change I find just looking on the ground, walking out of a convenience store.
Oh, yeah.
And I pick up cans, anything that's worth anything, I pick it up. I recommend people with extra money after you got your preps and everything. If you want to preserve that dollar, go down and buy silver. Now, for me, I can't afford to do it. So my precious metal is aluminum cans. This next load I'm going to take in, I'm going to buy some aluminum foil and stuff. I'm going to go out and kill a hog and take it down there to the homeless.
Yeah, he really enjoys that. It hits him special. Because
we've been homeless, so we know what it's like.
Yeah. And it makes you feel good as well. So it's like when you were down and out at one point, and when you are able to help who are down and out now, it just makes you feel good.
I'll never forget those that helped me, and there were very few, by the way. But those that helped me and her when we were homeless, I'll never forget, and I'll do anything for them. So impacted my life. Because I was living like a king, and next thing you know, I'm living off pork and beans and living in a car. As they say, shit happens. And she won't let me do contracting work, which I'm about to just, once I get over this, I got an offer in South America. I'm probably going to take it. I need the money. I'm tired of working at the clubs. They're just not paying right now. I mean, if I'm going to risk my life, I might as well get paid for it. Is there anything you'd like to add on prepping? That's your list? That's what you would do?
Yep. My steps for beginners, and just keep on getting, once you have your main stuff, like a good knife, and also a multi-tool as well, like a good multi-tool. I've even gotten this one where it has a hammer on one side. It's like this big. It's not very big at all. And it has like all the screwdrivers and all that, a hammer, pliers. It's pretty cool. And a nice case it comes in. And even getting a nice saw to do yard work with. And also, because like that, it's not, I don't think you could access it. Getting a nice saw so that you could do different yard work stuff with.
Well, in a survival situation, sawing is quieter than chopping and safer. In a survival situation, the grid's down, and if you're working that axe and you end up accidentally cutting yourself real bad and you can't get to a hospital, you're going to be in bad shape. Especially if you don't have someone like her that knows how to take care of that and sew it up.
And like this saw, though,
it's safer.
It is, and he has accidentally got his finger, which a simple Band-Aid and liquid new skin will just fix right up. And also Neosporin and all that. And for this as well, then you'll be able to cut a couple limbs and be able to cook a bird that you just shot with your pellet gun. And then also I'll get aluminum foil as well to keep on hand, so then you could even cook your anything, yes. But I was even thinking in particular your foraged foods. And then you could heat all that up on a grill, and then you don't even have to worry about using any batteries or propane tanks that you have.
We cook on wood. We don't use charcoal.
And different woods also give the meat a really nice taste.
You just got to be careful. Don't cook on no toxic plant, or that food will kill you. So just stay with what you know.
Yeah.
Oak wood, you can't go wrong with that. You don't need no charcoal. Just cook on that oak wood, and it makes the meat taste better.
It does.
And it's free.
Yep.
We just had one whole tree fall down in our yard. And luckily, it's got a lot of acorns on it. So I'm going to make a video of me harvesting the acorns, processing them. A trick is, and I got off topic on an earlier video about taking the tannin acids out of your acorns. One of the tricks is, while your grid is up, after you crack the acorns open, put them in like a pantyhose or stockings and put it in the back of your toilet. And every time you flush that toilet, it pulls the tannin acids out of those acorns. That's really the easiest way to do it, if you're living on grid. We can't do that because we're completely off grid.
But just to FYI, it will turn your water in your toilet bowl that hard color. Just to let you know that nothing's wrong with your toilet. It will just do that.
Yeah, that's how you know it's working.
Yep.
You got to get them tannin acids out of there, or they'll burn your stomach up. But after you get all the tannin acids out of it, you can dry it out, grind it up, use it. I like to make pancakes with it, and it tastes great.
Yeah,
and it's free. You know, it's a survival food.
And then also thinking of that right there, you can also stock up on even maple syrup. Make sure it's real maple syrup. And then that will give you that little bit of sugar that your body still needs. Because even though natural sugar is good, maple syrup is good. And that and honey. Honey is wonderful. But it's also like on those pancakes, you can put a little bit of that maple syrup on it.
I only use true maple syrup or honey. I don't do processed sugar. Mm-mm. The only time I do processed sugar is when I'm doing a coffee float, because I just pour coffee in there and a Coke, and that's the only time I do it. It's just an addiction I have.
Yeah. And oh crap, I forgot what I was going to say. Something about the
if y'all got any questions, come at us with some questions. We love questions. And she's sitting close enough to where she can read them.
Yeah, I can read the comments easier than where I normally sit.
But it's her birthday today.
Yes.
It's sad that I'm not feeling well, or I would go for a motorcycle ride. But I'm grounded for right now. I'll get over it. I've had this stuff. This is the 4th time I've had this crap. It ain't killed me yet. And I'm not getting that. I'm not doing it. Even if I die from it, I'm not doing it. And if you want to do it, hey, I'm not telling you not to do it. You do you. If you feel you need to do it, you go right ahead. Me, I'm not doing it. And it's not a political thing neither. I've done the research, and there's too many people having strokes lately. A lot of weird things going on, and it's happening to the people that's done that. But I'm not a doctor. I don't know. It could be a coincidence.
And then also, off of that, on to something else. Oh, thank you. That oak tree that we had fall, it fell really close to our banana trees that we've had, and I used the banana leaves to help feed my rabbits. And also my rabbits, it was time for getting their nails cut, because it's good to trim the rabbits' nails, and a couple of them wanted to fight with me on that. I got a little scratches from my rabbit. But that's part of just having animals that you gotta maintenance with them as well.
They taste good in a crock pot. You got a question?
No, just thank you for the info. Okay. And you're welcome. What we learn, we like to tell everybody else, so everybody can know. And also, I was going to say something about my rabbits.
The ear mites.
Oh, yes. So I found out my rabbits have ear mites. And what is good to help with that is just mineral oil. You just put drops in their ears, and it will help clear out that. But also, you got to do it on a regular basis, just like if something is going on with our own ears.
Down here in the South, if you got caged rabbits, they are going to get ear mites, so you have to constantly treat that.
Yes, and also because it's so moist down here as well, just like if you have dogs can get ear mites as well. I deal with that on the dogs at work. And thank you so much for the birthday wishes. And so that's just a thing too. If you have any animals that you're taking care of, just to keep them healthy and everything. Like I'm just taking care of my rabbits now on putting oil in their ears to help with that, trimming their nails. I always check their teeth also, so that I give them oak limbs to gnaw on. Oak is not bad for the rabbits. They can have oak, and it will help gnaw their teeth down so their teeth don't get so long, and it won't hurt them. Just little things you gotta take care of, just like dogs, or if you have horses, trim their hoofs. And
there's a lot of work in homesteading.
Yeah,
but you need to be self-reliant.
Also, if you have chickens, taking care of your chickens as well, and just little things that you just got to keep up with their health so that you can get healthy animals. And also, my rabbits, when it comes to next month, probably towards the end of next month, I'll be able to finally breed them, and then I'll have little bunnies to sell, so that either I'm thinking on different ways on to sell my bunnies, is to any ag FFA kids that are wanting to do them for show, or even selling them to places that sell different kind of meats. We have a butcher place here that does different kind of meats, venison, gator. I can't even think of other names right now, but different things that you won't find in a normal grocery store. So I thought about getting a hold of them and seeing how I could do with selling rabbit meat to them as well. So I'm just thinking of different ways on, or if anybody wants a pet rabbit, I'll sell them a pet rabbit. But my rabbits are those bigger rabbits that are good for the meat.
The big rabbits are huge.
Yeah, they're the New Zealand and the Californian rabbits. And those are those massive rabbits. Their meat to bone ratio is more meat. Yes, and also that is one thing I'm wanting to learn, is to skin the rabbit properly so that I will be able to use that fur for different things as well. And also, I'm thinking on and off about using their feet, because some people like that lucky rabbit's foot thing. And I know it has to be a certain foot too. I don't know if it's the left foot or the right foot. I don't know. I've never really gotten into the whole lucky rabbit foot thing. I've always just had rabbits in general as pets. This is the first time I'm going to have. No, I'm not too bad about snakes. My rabbits are set up so that snakes won't bother them.
And I'm a snake eater.
Yeah, and mostly the snakes that we have are black snakes around here.
Now, I don't mess with them.
No, and I actually have not seen a black snake on the property in a long time. But also the dogs kind of keep them away too.
I come across a good rattlesnake, well, I don't know. It's all according to where it's at. If it's on my property and I feel that it could bite a dog or her, I will harvest it and eat it. If I'm out in the wild hunting, I leave it alone, because I've noticed there's not as many rattlesnakes as there used to be. So I just leave them alone.
And yes, Virginia Bushcrafter, it is a lot of work, homesteading is, and yes, it's not for a faint of heart, because you got to be able to get down dirty with different things. You can't be like, ew, that's gross, about cleaning out the rabbit's kennel or cleaning anything out. And you don't need to be too worried about getting scratched by a rabbit or anything like that, or doing what you need to do to get the job done. And it is very rewarding, and you can't be like, ew, I got dirt under my nails when you're gardening and stuff like that. You'll get cleaned up at the end of the day after everything's done. But it is rewarding, and it's nice. You like, also when you're gardening, you get to eat what you harvest for that day or whatever like that. Because even I got some spinach I like, and we have sweet potato leaves that are really good to eat.
And the rabbits love them.
Yes, they do. And
we grow the rabbit food, so we don't have to buy it.
Yeah, and so I mean, it's really rewarding to see it at the end of the day after you're all done. And so yeah. Oh.
Any questions?
No, I've caught up.
Okay. All right. Well, it's her birthday, so I don't want to keep her on here too long. I just wanted to do a little live and let her say what she would do.
Yes, for my steps for beginners on learning how to be a survivalist or a prepper. Different things. And then also, when I did not elaborate on the seeds part, when you're getting seeds, you want to make sure you get seeds that you will definitely eat that stuff. And even we've even dabbled in a bit of doing sprouts, like alfalfa sprouts or even like that. And they're really healthy that way. You even just get like a small little mason jar if you want to do it like that. And it's really good, very healthy. And when you're getting your seeds, you want to make sure you get something that you will actually eat, not just to grow, unless you are planning on growing extra so you can sell. Then you could possibly get that as well. But I would first start out with growing things that you would like to eat. Spinach, we like carrots. The rabbits love carrots, of course. But yeah. Okay, it's saying
read them out loud because some people can't.
Okay. How do you keep fresh vegetables, leftover food without refrigeration? There's not much food left over. He eats quite a bit. And if we
mason jar it, just can it in a mason jar. Make sure that mason jar, they cannot be not one single bad bacteria, or you'll get botulism and you'll get real sick. You clean that mason jar real good. You boil them vegetables. I don't even pre-cook them. I just throw them in the mason jar, put them in the canner, and let them roll till the lid pops.
That's a nice sound to hear. All the cans popping.
Yeah, so we just can them.
Especially, you got to count if you have multiple cans to know how many cans you have, and you hear pop, 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 and then you know, like, you have 4 cans. You got 4 of them. They're all good.
It's very satisfying knowing that you did the whole process completely independent. So when the grid goes down, you already have it figured out. You're not trying to figure it out. There's one thing I want to get across, because I have been in stressful situations. It is very hard to think clearly when you're under a lot of stress. That's why I work security and all. I put myself in stressful situations on purpose because I know how I'm going to react. But do not do security work unless you have training, or you will get hurt. You can even get hurt highly trained. Yeah. She just sewed me up not too long ago from a box cutter. It happens.
Yeah.
But you need to learn how to operate under stress. But if you've already done it, it's easier to do under a stressful situation. And you can literally put your canning. It's a big old pot with a lid, pressure cooker. You can literally do that on the grill with oak limbs. question there.
Yes, and getting the jars and lids. Sometimes you can even find jars
I find them all the time.
Or even at little antique stores, consignment shops, really cheap as well if you don't want to go like to Walmart. Or I was actually out and about one time and I seen them at Ace Hardware even.
I find them where people's just throwing them away. I just found a whole garbage can full of them. The only thing I have to do is buy the lids.
Yes, and
clean them.
Oh yes, make sure you clean them. And also buying sometimes you need to buy new top lids, that the part that pops, you need to buy new of those. It's cleaner that way
and
as
some
well.
of them, when you reuse them, they won't seal.
They won't seal properly. It's best
just to buy, instead of buying a whole bunch of jars, just buy a whole bunch of the lids, the sealing part, and just scrounge around. I don't know. Down here in the South where I'm at, a lot of people can or used to can. And now a lot of people are throwing them mason jars out, and that's treasure to me. When I find it, I'm like, score.
And some people are actually now doing mason jars for decorative things now as well. I've been seeing on different things. Like they want to make their house look like that old country feel. A lot of people are doing mason jars for like putting their Q-tips in or something like that. But better to use them for me. Oh, and also when I got my rabbits, the lady I bought my rabbits from, she was actually canning some rabbit meat right before she came and met us up for the rabbits. I know I seen it.
You got to read out
loud. Oh. Okay. EMT is actually going on with LG about a book.
Yeah, y'all definitely talk to each other in the chat. That's what it's there for. We learn from y'all too.
Oh yeah, most definitely. It's a back and forth thing. That's why also we like doing lives. We love when we're doing just a regular video that y'all comment on things.
And it's her birthday. Feel free to send her a birthday gift.
Yes, and
do you want to wrap it up?
You go ahead.
Okay. So thank you everybody for the birthday wishes. Thank you for joining in on the chat.
And give them a chance. Is there one last question you would like to ask before we wrap this up?
Oh, thank you so much. Yes, I will really enjoy my birthday. I've already gotten a couple.
The free gifts, so and look what you got.
Yeah, at Publix, our local store down here, I got a nice red velvet. It's one of my favorite kind of cakes. Red velvet cake free. And then at Starbucks as well, I got a free drink today for my birthday. So I got a couple treats today already, yummy treats. And thank you. I'm glad you love the lives. Yep. Thank you everybody for coming. Don't forget to watch our other videos. Go to our playlist, watch those, do a thumbs up, like, comment, share our videos on our video in the descriptions. We do have, I have my email address if you want to personal message.
I would like for you guys to make videos on your prepping. And
yes,
I'll post it on our channel.
Yes, with your permission, if you send us a video, we will put it on our thing as well.
If you have a good prepping channel, make a video, send it to us. We'll put it on ours and mention your channel so people can come and see what. It's not YouTube is not a competition for me. We are all in this together.
Yes, because also we have another, his daughter has a YouTube channel.
She's being shadow banned, so they will unsubscribe you, so make sure you stay subscribed.
The Factitious Rebel, it's FACTIONLESS, and Rebel
Rebels.
Rebels. Whoops. REBELZ.
Yeah, let her know we sent her your way. She touches on some real truth to where she sent me a video. They wouldn't even let me monetize that video because she just don't hold back.
No, she doesn't. So thank you again for everybody joining in. And also on our description, we do have a link to our PayPal if you would like to make a donation. Also there, we have it on YouTube as well. If you want to make a donation, we really appreciate it. It is actually, I will type it in here.
Make sure you spell it right.
Yeah. Sorry, everybody. Just give me a second.
She speaks a lot of truth on her channel, and they done unsubscribed me from her channel 3 times. So that right there says a lot. A matter of fact, when we get off here, I got to check and make sure I'm still subscribed.
Okay, I just put it in the chat. Yep, like father, like daughter. Yep.
Yeah.
So that I spelled it, y'all know exactly how it's spelled out. Go to her YouTube channel, like it, subscribe. And thank you again for all the birthday wishes. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I will go enjoy the rest of my day.
Stay strapped, stay ready, stay dangerous.
Have a blessed day.